So please, if you have any question you want to ask, you can ask, and then another one. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the Sika is here as well.
I'm
It's like,
Good evening.
Sika.
oh,
Yeah. Bro, please, I'm coming. Sika.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Ika.
Me mute Obi so Obi Bama no mute no say in case we person kasa and then opagyan nsa na wabie no. Ese bia no na do mako be o kasa nti be wonti. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, nobody can questions
Yeah.
and answers kakra.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
the Sika, yeah, they can answer. So, say,
Yeah.
Obi, our question be no, a bit to me, the question about,
I think
so,
so be
based,
Raphael. No I'm so no be a question.
yeah, Raphael,
Pacho.
go ahead.
Ma. Rafael ni.
Yeah, yeah, tell him, can Raphael, yeah, tell him, can, Kasa,
Pacho misi mbebisa se. Musi enyebo the way dia. E dey na any sickness, any pain, ban ni. That's all.
Hello, me pacho ubetima ati o question bi.
Hello. Pacho me say one. If them musi enye ibo the way dia. E dey na any
Mhm.
sickness, any pain ban ni person.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Okay, I hope so all the teachers are here and also intermediate class students. Me pacho so be person or answer question na. Obetimi
Yeah,
answer.
the Sika, Nana Makuni, mame, and yeah, Kakame, Abigail, Wahane, other teachers were. But Kakra make account is a fear on say, any body, no, at say, yeah, at a machine, right? And there
Mhm.
are certain things in it. Let's take it as a, for instance, my mini car, right? Let's say your body into a car, and the engine in it is the soul, for instance, right?
Okay.
Apart from the engine, there are other things on a car that if you don't take care of it, a bit to me, I'm a car no intimi nko. Nye engine nko na fault obema car no intimi nko. Bibi to say o car na tire say go ase alignment. Even your friend say all your kura what so di gugu joint and joint go a friend hub. So why you da obo say now little idea on the your niema bebre o car no a so when to na aside the engine no car no intimi enye e best start am issues. Because some friends say tie copy next say a more can it mean even the engine, even though the engine is strong, the car cannot move. So one for grease and will be to say hub no more o car no intimi and a bit me how. And those are some of the little things in here aside the engine of the car no, for the car to be able to work. And those little things now you hear our your body, for instance, even though aduane a wodi has nothing to do with your soul itself, except the tire no has nothing to do with the engine because engine ankasa so utusi form and one can start me run it without being in the car. So when say at the city, and sometimes you know those kind of little things, and so on. Yeah, aduane has nothing to do with your soul. But at the end of the day, if you don't look at what you eat, for instance, or you be out to need the body, you get sick. That does not mean say we so no and sick. Name body no na ɛho atechema and I be a body ni hia no ambama. So the body is like a container.
Okay.
kakra meeting me an example meeting me the amount and no and now for instance it's a computer, right? Computer now apart from the CPU in the computer no yeah you use no. If you do not take care of other stuff, like let's say your keyboard, you know, why are so keyboard needs into the computer and I break it. The computer you cannot work with that. For instance, a keyboard, mouse not break it. We screen a pipe. Even though screen, you know, it has nothing to do with the CPU. The CPU in this sense, you know, the soul. The CPU needs almost so another motherboard of the computer is the soul. Motherboard you know, can function. Yeah, we could say another container, it will work perfectly. But because of say, BB will be a screen a pipe, BB to say other stuff almost switches and Juma, all those little stuff, you know, want to take care of it so and I want to consider even though the motherboard or the CPU is very good, you're still going to have an issue. You will not be able to use the computer, or the computer cannot function the way you want it to be to function. Maybe other teachers and no be a jumping in. But that's it.
Okay. Any other answer for our brother? The teachers on board, please. We have Jim Chaser, Abigail P.
Campacho question in mind. Share na me join it. So go to me repeating
Okay. Or say the question is say yenye nipadua no na say so no dia ade ntina nipadua na timi yare areho ne amane nyina timi tu nipadua no dia na ka nipadua na timi ma ne basa na dream chaser na na duma ko chen say nipadua no te say car so no te say engine ti apart from engine no say fault beba ho no enema e worker no ho nyina so fault betima ba ho tie betimi asɛe dashboard enema bebre na worker no ho a bit mama can break you abra engine bibia nka no
okay and one na dumako akan but the miss me the count say the year can so ni nya ade a udi wani be hu say ojina hanom ana wote hanom ana say bia say na ne color tie this is how it is so what you say the something na yentimi fa yeni hu. But when it comes to the body now, body ni yedi ani hu. So no onye nipa obi unim ni form onidi and ono so a wona and ono so a like mpacho so enya rap mpacho so what you say onye all these kind of things so what you say enti no no baby onim all this kind of if anything say are say accommodate me kwa kodidi and only feelings bia so what you say. But when it comes to this body now, this body way now yetimuno like a wiase way now no owo atinka so what you say our senses ewo nipadua ne ho ono na osabe ka tell say oh accommodate me at this time I say me kodidi so what you but so no ntimi kan tell say at this time I was say me kodidi e pa so what you say ekobasa na so wodi oye ono so na pedie ma no so at because ono na edidi se woni pa wona wosisi ano se when dia of course after some days or weeks ubewu so uwu a eno ntre say like what we need pedie ni nyina na ewu body no out the number no pay eno pay because eno na enya wodia enka ho that is not the real you intenu na bewu so what you say eno na bewu ba so no so ndo no omu oye eternal so what you say say eti ho no muta onu oni mfitiase eno no so oni awieye so what you say no say the ye can spirit can never or ultimate kill spirit so what you say but it can move from other thing to into another thing so what you say okay no so the nana dumako echechiri mu kire ono eti say car so say engine ni ma car no enko but so per car no de bia eyemu no ema wona say utimi de ko ba bia o bia o be change oil o de be ko friend say maintenance Said the bear will be keeping the Pia second any monosign from Uncle Baby. Opesa Kubia, but and on say we all these things no say it will a be forever. Ain't even honum forever because a bedroom there a bedroom who because a nipa na den inside a year. So what you say, adia nipa amfa ne nsa anye no. The nipa amfa ne nsa anye no. Eno ni uso no. Ebetima tena ono ma afebo no. The patch so what you say. It is obi fufuro obi ka ho a. Obetka anya san so da ne move it
Okay.
to the next
Dream
week.
change that you are pa. Things say Nick. Say young brother, why you okay on?
Pacho, my okay.
Okay. Young brother, me patch me wait me too my wife. Brother Nick. Me patch wait me be where you know na wakasa. And as I just said, me na me be ma. Okay, me ma. I have allow you.
Nti abusuafo mekyerɛkyerɛ wo
You say
wei
me.
deɛ me bra de busae no na mepɛ sɛ mede kakra ka ho ɛne sɛ ɔka sɛ sɛ wobɛte pains anaasɛ wobɛte biribiara no ɛwɔ wo body nim no ɛdeɛ nti na soul no ne body no deɛ mɛtumi aka afa ho no sɛ yɛ soul no ne yɛ body no ɛyɛ interrelated ɔmo nyinaa they work together without soul no body no ntumi mfanhyɛ ɛwɔ ha ɛna without body no so no soul no so ntumi mfanhyɛ ɛwɔ ha nti they work together they work hand in hand nti ɛna consciousness no so no ɛdepɛne ɛwɔ wo sensory no so ɛno nti na wo sensory no ɛyi touch wɔ mu touch no so yɛ feeling ɛno nti na biribi bɔ wɔ a wote ɛwɔ wo mu sɛ biribi ayɛ dɛ biribi apɛm wo soul no if enya that kind of feeling ni bi sɛ biribi ayɛ dɛ aka wo because ɔconnected to wo body no ɛno nti na wo a woyɛ eye no a wote avatar yi mu no wote no ɛna sensory no so deɛ wode w'ani ho biara no ɛno sɛ bi a adeɛ bi a wompɛ biara wode w'ani bi kɔ akɔhu no no saa adeɛ no a wompɛ no a wode w'ani ahu no ɛma wo nsusuasoɔ ɛwɔ wo mu biribi te sɛ anxiety no mu ne saa nneɛma no awerɛhoɔ no mu ne wei ɛyɛ ani no a wode kɔhu yɛ no a ɛka saa 5 senses no a wo consciousness no use no ɛne ne ɛfrɛ sɛ ani no a wode bɛhu no ne aso no a wode bɛte no ne nyinaa ɛnya nsusuasoɔ wɔ wo consciousness no so nti no deɛ mepɛ sɛ mehyɛ me bra no nyinaa no sɛ ɛyɛ interrelated nti deɛ mepɛ sɛ meka hyɛ no
Okay, that's a pa. Obi wɔ question foforɔ biara obetumi ɛde aba. Mepakyɛ nana ɛnɛ wo na wobɛtaki lesson anaasɛ sister bi? Woma me hu kyɛ sɛ tam.
me na metiki.
Okay. Any other questions, brothers? Obi wɔ question bi biribi a ɔkyerɛ na ɔnadwene wɔ hɔnom a before sɛ yɛbɛ start no wobɛtumi abusa nyɛ saa soon no yɛbɛ start class no.
mepɛ sɛ mebusa question wei
Aha.
me question a mpɛ sɛ mebusa no sɛ wohwɛ bible no mu a ɛyɛ twerɛ bible no mu no a ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɛma yɛnsom awuranom mmienu nti ɛma yɛnsom awuranom mmienu no awuranom bɛyi ɛna wɔka ho asɛm ɛda m ase
Mepakyɛ Blanik sɛ wɔ ayi intermediate anaasɛ woyɛ beginner class.
me follow much but me new I don't know but what they me fan say what they mo beginner
So
yeah
Asɛm na we ɛfɛ ne sɛn beginners for class o ɛna intermediate for a login just to help lower down some explanation said a bit on better. But what we intermediate now busa question already. I say it sounded a little bit intina sika busa also we intermediate.
Our intermediate.
You know, you're
Okay,
supposed to
and
know
your
the
brother
answer.
Nick, yes, there were for question we two one. You call Wednesday, no busa, yes, a bay your marginum. Say we are in the beginner's class, thing, so you
Mm.
take you from the beginning. Near the Oma Funtia, Kobasi, you could jump questions, no, to the top, to the middle, to the down one. A bay your marginum, hey, you know. Mr. Wa, all the better one, my na Yameboa. Wednesday, over intermediate class, no be busa question. Why?
Mate ase.
And that's any other question from the beginners class. We are in the beginners class, so this class is for specially beginners. Until beginners, no what unti bibi ase bibi chewa dwene bibi ohonoma ema ade na wusua na sif say wo doubt bibi kakra ho. Wo de ba na asane adwene nim ama ono anya straight yi say obesua de na. Mepa chew about 25 na question be my na started class no so 5 minutes more. Obo a question be
Questions now here bisano beginners no. We are talking about anything you've learned. It can be outside of this platform and I say inside of this platform. I know sir, some of you have already watched the lesson 1, 2, 3 that are on YouTube. You can, if you have any question, if there's anything that is bothering you, or you maybe you've already listened to some other teachers out there, and then you think you need some clarification on anything at all. Let us know. Na ita ewa the seeker, all the other teachers are also here. Now, because we need to clear all those stuff and sana yet me and move forward. And no crano, the teacher Abigail the frame to say, Bibi through your own contemplation, yeah, then say Bibi Utrima, won't ya say, and I say Bibi question be prepare up, we more a year clarification. Ma yɛn na yɛn clear ansa na yɛ progress. Big fellas in South Solo. Big flex.
okay.
Okay.
Big plus. Okay. Mala why? Big flex.
Yeah, me about trouble chinka.
Yatunka pa.
All right. Madam I say, I wanted to ask, sir, Brana, I'm sorry, Sam, the near my woman, or yeah, would you be say your bonfire rather bought your crown or by and a deck account? Say now, your budget dear Musa or crown and casa a unyankopon, and I saw crown at dinner honor. A dear quine your first one, your Timmy bought or crown or by. Bibi or was it me at the bought or crown or by.
Okay. That's pa. Yeah, teachers on board.
Yeah.
Teachers on board. You have a busa question. Or crown on the home bambo and say.
Okay, the opposite uhuni say okra no edie na wo ya ono so ebo no ho ban me patro sa no pese o kire. Okay. Medical start na ara foforo almost o ma bemu bi. Okay. If any say so okra no na say so no. So na ankasa no. Men can say ono so no ono no oye the powerful being, or let me make a idea a war on this planet, so what as on this plane, so what I say esa ti umuno enti no sebe anka menka ne say anko no hia bamboo bia. So say if we were awake, yeah, awake, and I see we are aware of who we really are. Say anko no hia bamboo bia because but in this case, how since you're aware or we are not conscious enough of ourselves or who we really are, no, obey here bambo in which way? In way say you coming to know yourself and know your ability and know what the soul can do in all the different planes now. You are about to know what happens there, what goes in there, no.
Oh,
So
sir. The mention is ebia fa GDA bia yenya ya na etiti yemu with ncheche ne mum de na make say santi ase no abase said the workers or crown on a holiday no but on the toda baby during projection ya de no ukodru bia bi na ahonhom bi eko chewa no no so that the make an as you meaning so crowd it's bit na because ni wo gidi bi say it's bit your crowd the two prison bi mantam na nsem bebre
Mini big flex patch na nanka me chechiri mu eba because me hu baby a wo de iko no but
okay
me tiase tina me ye nkaka kakra on said e be ya e be ye ntiase ama ye nyina e wo hanom bia because ye bisa
yes
ubisa question now obviously enye for nko a on e betimi so aboa obi ama obi so nti no we breaking it down kakra na ye fe ama obi a
yeah
tiase
yes
said
yes yes
ye wo ka no na me ka no since ye aware of ourselves no nti no I to say about as I onye week o but I say wa brase kakra so hu ono no why active on one way but akasa wu mom no be aware of it so what I say then e be gaining the full 100% power no so what I say e be gaining the full 100% power na uno like on here bamboo bia but the only thing make maka say Obabeye active and I said Bambo Crona with Bemanon is how I will be navigate when you're about to do all the projections, into the different planes, So what I say, who graduate echo intermediate now, you will get to know all these if anything levels. So call this place how I will be protecting will be gaining knowledge about the if anything the planes, and yema echo su honum idea esi honum how you can if anything defend yourself and get to know the different beings now omwo ho no said be ya obi nkonkwachew emfa wonye idea a wo pe ana so be manipulative and representing no nchero say oye the white beings now ombetimi amoye niema eye no but uko have an encounter with maybe the bad ones now different planes now or knowledge about them now. That is where I don't know me more so no buying because who need knowledge about them. But also what I say, who need knowledge about that level into a could do honoma one way or make me do I do mupia. But at this right now, Sisian unye aware of it, in the beginners class, uba step by step. So what I say, step by step. Yes, I can you manage in a boomer. Right now, about how you know who how I was the real you. But just want to say, graduate intermediate class. On ye be break it down. Shall see I practice. Practice it. The more now we practice, you better add some if anything, different breakdowns to be. I'm what say. I see how I will projecting out different planes are. Ubesi who how I will navigate through all these different planes, But also what I say, me the best here, yeah, I said a be ya. Any man in your baby, because I said, and if anything, American year to one, a young Brazil man into was here. Unya butra, Obertini, Master Basse, oh, was so be and tentema, untimin tinia masi, because Ubewi, Nalita was still now watching me on Tanta. Was it? Ah, the devil and
oh
could came.
Matias pa
Oh, and you per se, but me come for you, but
yeah
me come for you,
Bi ma me nka nka ho.
for become home.
Many the Tiana say, Obambo in an Nimdia. Nimdia without Nimdia, no, Winnie Bambo be.
Okay.
Aha, say, and near my church, you know, so bitty, obey a city one, now bitty, I know, and no
Mm.
quan in Nimdia, and no quan Obambo. Wouldn't Gina
Okay.
Bansri be Nadia Beto, Sissy.
Mm.
Wouldn't ya, a fancy, ring be Nadia shit. Obambo nyinaa yɛ nimdeɛ nti na ɔmo say knowledge is power. What
He
you
said that
say?
China can
Knowledge
say, Nimdia me my niti, which I won't go now.
ɔmo ayɛ dɛ nimdeɛ abɛma ne nti na ɔmo ayɛ dɛ ɔmo ayɛra nti sɛ woni nimdeɛ a saa woni nimdeɛ a woni bambɔ nti no
Nick, me de kakra ka ho ayi you big fellas who be a question be kakra say other baby a free band for instance in Nani a Christopher now you say I was say a bomb pie chirobi because all my who say we are not any other thing than this physical. And you know, bossa, and Bambona and Empire Yebunan, Sadia, the test to oh, Yebu, for instance.
Yes.
Christopher in particular, Yebu. But so we now understand they say, a wuna ye can want some crown. It's not rare because your soul, no, you are not this body. And you know, maybe I can't say body way, no, and you just coat. They said the walk space now here parachute. No, you need a parachute to be able to survive. But parachute is not the rare you. One also parachute no. And this a unya bedi to say, and now unya who say, hey, send me crown me your okra. Na body way no, and you just suitor and a shamia. Yeah, you don't even afraid to die anymore because we say your body or your soul can never be destroyed. It's an energy. And to the moment I bet in who and that was to say, and the water may begin to bomb by your bomb, who by na me children, everything is already here. And the Baba become send ye union medical can. Wunyantia send the legina a who say, hey, send the crown, ye may me who say, yeno, and ya noa. Yakening and one can be protected because you don't afraid anymore. A dear VM, the moment I know that I being a crown way, and you fake, you know, and one no interest value out the two at the end of the moment I'll be value the free so pen. About it. That's the whole thing. Into no, when understanding is adeɛ wei kora adeɛ a mako ntɔkwa akwa anaasɛ adeɛ a baabi a mani di akyi sɛ ne nyinaa yɛ fake a ɛdeɛ abiem na aka nti mpanin sɛ sɛ wotwa wɔ wɔ ne ti adeɛ aka nyinaa yɛ ahoma nti wadaroma yɛbɛtwa ne ti na aka ne deɛ ɛyɛ ahoma.
Can I add something small, please?
Sure.
You can do it.
Yeah. What we say, I want them to also understand, say, somebody who nipa na ugidie ene be ye adwuma ma. For obi wo ho no ma ebi oyare no okoha ebi a ne ho anto no wakoha ne ho anto no na obi aka che say hey bi se busum kese bi wo ha o anase aha de wo kwa ohu beto o eho de wonya duru ho a bibia be ye yi ama na wonya gidie no onko ye no kwa wonya gidie no enti se onya koduru ho se kima na ne ho atọ no oful say adekodie na aye adwuma ama no beto onim say ono ani vibration ni ono ani energy ni ono ani gidie ana aye adwuma ama no komoto mo tema say because we
Get yansia pa
yes dio pe bia wo betumi aye enti wo no onya de attention ni ko aha na beboa wa wonya si wa na ade na aye adwuma ama na wo feel say baby a wo call ene na aye adwuma ba no no say eye wa so na one wa aye adwuma na ma wa wo paucha de obisa question no what you say
Bajan, I just say pa. That's it.
anuanom ɛm sɛ yɛde questions no bɛsi ha na yɛastarte yɛn class no meka sɛ 25 is almost 32 nti me nua abusa question no ɛsɛ deɛ anuanom aka no it's all about knowledge, and the knowledge will give you awareness. Yeah, nimdeɛ no teacher akyerɛ wo sɛ 2 plus 2 ɛyɛ 4. Nti sɛ 2 plus 2 no ɛyɛ 4 no ɛyɛ nimdeɛ na ɔde ama wo nti wonya na ama wo awareness nti baabi a bɛkɔ akɔduru bi a bɛhu 2 plus 2 no wohu sɛ ɛyɛ 4 pɛpɛɛpɛ. Nti ɛyɛ nimdeɛ na ɛbɔ soro no ho ban. Nimdeɛ na ɛbɔ soro no ho ban. Nti no yɛnkyɛ ho no yɛbɛfrɛ yɛnnua bɛrima no na adom ako na ɛne no watake yɛn through the class no wie a yɛasan busa questions any answers kakra nana ɛgya biribiara ma wo.
Yo, minia ya medasi. Enti abusua and ye bedi ye betua ye addition. So we're going to continue from where our teacher left yesterday. Yesterday our teacher took us through who we are. Like we're trying to know who we are as a soul, as a consciousness, what we are capable of doing, and the reason why we are here on earth. Today we're going to talk about the plane of existence. As a soul, there be a bit to me I explore, and as there be a bit to me any experiences. First of all, no, Yamiya who say we are souls and we are here for an experience. We are here to experience creation. And now a teacher, Emma, will say, everything that we are going through over here as a soul is just an experience. It's already part of creation. Ewo aha dada. Ya creative, ewo aha dada. Ya a different simulation, a different matrix. Internet ewo ha, enye rare, name we are going through. Now ya discover who we are, and as I'm a young near ye the advanced one there, and I say if no intermediate for you better say to discover who we are not, because at the end of the day, no, so who we are. If you know who you are, then you can pinpoint what you are not. Because when you know who you are, then no one will say, oh, any B, any C, then I'm not E, I'm only A. And you know, now we're going to go further to explain again the plane of existence, what or the metrics, the levels or the dimensions. That is what we call the plane of existence, or where we can experience as a soul. So if you look at it, we have 5 that we know right now. I think there are more, because first of all, we have to understand that universe or the creation is infinite. It's very, 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 very bigger than our imagination. It has no end. But we're going to talk about 5 of them. 5. The first one is called physical plane. The second one is astral plane. The third one is causal plane. The fourth one is mental plane. And the next one, which is the last but not the least, is etheric plane. Those are the planes that we have the ability or to explore, or to, let me put it this way, to experience. Let's take them one by one and look at what is in there. In the physical plane, that is where we are right now. That is why we need this avatar, this body, to live in here. In the physical plane, that is where we all say the matrix over here is very, 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 very high. There are a lot of things that go around, or that are around us, that is distracting us to be able to go through and be able to progress, or be able to, as some people will say, to reincarnate, to move up, there are a lot of things around us. And within this plane, physical plane, we have universes. For instance, let me put it this way. Through these universes, I did some investigation, and science has proven that we have omniverse, like the bigger verse. And within it, we have the megaverse. And we have, within the megaverse, we have multiverses. And within the multiverses, we have universes. So if you look at it, just this one, and you can see that, hey, the existence or the creation is so big, more than what we can think of. Within the same, if you go down from universes, we have galaxies. Examples, our Milky Way galaxy, the one that we are in right now. Within the Milky Way galaxy, we have the Milky Way galaxy, we have Andromeda galaxy, we have dwarf galaxy, we have different kind of galaxies within this plane that we can even see them. We have systems like stars, like you have Sirius stars, Orion, and other constellations that we can even see them from our end with our naked eyes. Even Andromeda galaxy, you are able to see it as well in a dark, especially certain time in a year. You should be able to. We are able to see that. It's one of the closest galaxies to our Milky Way, and we have planets. Planets. When we talk about planets, our Earth is one of them. We have Jupiter, Saturn, as most of us know, Mars. Different kinds of planets. Those are the bigger ones that we can talk about. And we also have another smaller planets that they normally don't count. Over 5,000 of those planets within our universe. Just our universe alone. I remember Pluto was one of the planets, but it's strange. There are a lot of things going on. New planets are evolving, new star systems are coming up. We're getting some nebulous. Nebulous is when the star consumes all its energy and it explodes. When it explodes, it forms another new star. We have all these around us. They are all part of creation. They are all part of our physical plane. And so we have billions and billions of planets in this system and in this galaxy, and they are all filled with beings. One of the things that we have to kind of think about, when you say something is infinite, it's so huge that it's uncountable. That is the meaning of infinity or infinite. We have different beings that are around, that are in different planets. We have Pleiadians, we have Anunnakis, Dracolians, Reptilians, Artesians. We have different. And they are all in their own planet. And all these that we're talking about are part of the creation that we are trying to understand. We are trying to experience. We are trying to discover as a soul. The second one is astral plane. When we talk about astral, we're talking about what we normally call in Ghana, we call it spiritual realm, or some pastors or some Juju people will call it spiritual realm. And the one that our traditionalists call it Asamanado. That is where when we die we go. And most of the time when we dream, when we have a dream, that is where we go to. And within this, we also have the same, or it contains universes. So everything that we have in here, we have it there. And one more thing, before we even go on, before we go on with the astral, all those planes, all those bodies, let me put it that way, all those bodies that we have as a soul that we can experience are there, and they are being differentiated on the frequencies, energy, and vibrations. So the higher you go, the higher frequencies that you go, the more those opens to you. For instance,
Nana,
if
Nana,
yes, sir.
sorry, Mpacho, I'm not for say, voice in Ulo Intimisero say, who you so a year for and cabit me a tray to and I say, Cabema voice so Kakram Pacho.
Okay, any mammy earphone into. Hello. If I don't think
More better now.
if I don't think dream.
Nana, I think a better pa Medasi to us.
Hello, dream. What's the
Nana, I think, but what you mean?
okay, I'm saying.
Nana, what you mean?
Minti count dream. Count my feedback in anime.
Nana, I think a better pa.
Okay. So
Okay, to us.
as I was saying, we have the planes of existence, and we've already talked about the physical. The physical plane is where we are right now, and we have different things going on, or the different universes. We have galaxies, we have systems, we have planets. And therefore, I'm going to go over quickly since you didn't hear me the first time, or my voice was down. I'm going to just rush over it and then we move to the next one. So in the physical, we have our omniverse, megaverses, multiverses, and the universes. Within the universes, we have galaxies, like our Milky Way galaxy, the one that we live in right now. We have Andromeda galaxy, Dwarf galaxy, and different other galaxies that are being discovered. And they are all part of our physical plane. We have systems like star systems. We have different solar systems. Stars, we're talking about Sirius, Orion, and all other constellations. They are all part of our physical plane because we can see them over here. We have planets. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have we all know we have 8 planets, like at the Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and all the others. But we have different smaller planets that we according to science or according to projections, they are about 5,000 plus within our universe. 5,000 planets, over 5,000 over here. And each of them contains billions or different kind of beings. And I just made mention of few of them, like Palladians, Anunnakis, Draconians, Reptilians, Artesians. We have different beings that are not like us. Because they live on different planets. So, and over here, one more thing that I also made mention was that the only thing that differentiate the planes, all the 5 planes that I've already talked about, the only thing that differentiated or that divide us is the frequencies, energy, and vibration. The higher you go in terms of frequencies, the more it opens to you. So the more vibration you have, the more it opens to you. The second one that I'll talk about, or I started and I wanted to kind of go back to it, is astral plane. The astral plane is the one that we call it the spiritual plane, or the spiritual places. When you go to our country, you say, oh, meko humu wiase. Humu wiase is astral. So our elders, some of them call it asamanado. That is where when we die, we go to, or sometimes when we dream. And as a soul, you are able to go there before you exit this body. You are able to go there. All we need is to raise our vibration to match the vibration at this plane. To raise your energy to match the energy at that place. To get an understanding by practicing and other things that we're going to learn as we move on. If you are able to do the practices and everything, you are able to go there by projecting your soul over there, getting the experiences and everything before you die. So you are able to maneuver as well, because that is where a lot of things happen in the astral. Within the astral, we have the universes, we have galaxies and subplanes. Subplanes over here, as I've already explained the universes and the galaxies, I'll touch a little bit on the subplane. When we say subplane, what are we talking about? We're talking about within the universe, or within the astral planes, we have different levels over there. For instance, we have lower astral. That is where all those blood systems, your kumwa, your chamojane, all those entities, lower entities, that's where they live at. That's where all those entities that come out here, and because they are higher than us, because we are in physical, they are higher than us. That's where they live at. That's where they come in and try to manipulate and hunt us or hurt us or something like that. That's where all those people or all those beings are. We have the made astral, and then we have the higher astral. And one thing is, each plane, for instance, astral has a being that is in charge of, or the boss, let me put it that way, the overall boss that is in charge, that has been put over there to distribute the energy and the frequencies when they come up, they come down. Let me put it this way. It's like a transformer. When you get your electric from wherever you're getting it, if it's dam or plant or the bigger plant, before you can use it in your house, it has to come through a transformer. So the being over there serves as a transformer, because that being distributes the energy when the energy is received. Because remember, everything that holds this universe and creation is energy, is vibration, is frequency, and that has to be taken care of, because without it, nothing will exist. Okay, moving on. Again, when we die or when we have a dream and other stuff, we go to the astral. And I've already explained the levels of astral. And remember, one more thing, that this plane or astral plane is, or these planes are infinite. They are bigger, the same way that I made mention that even our physical plane, there are a lot of things in there that we don't even know yet. According to science, in this universe, ours alone, the physical plane, we've been able to discover 1 out of 100, 1% of it. But we can see that if we are seeing the they are discovered right now, it's too huge. It's too huge. And you see, we've been able to discover only 1% out of 100. So what about the 99% that we are yet to discover? Yeah, we will continue from there. So the astral too, we have beings over there. I've already made mention of a few that are in lower. They come in here and they try to hurt us. They try to manipulate. They are very manipulative over there. And also, I've also mentioned the being that is in charge over there, who kind of distribute, and that is in the higher astral. In the astral realm, one thing that is the law of attraction is very strong over there. Imaginations and everything is very, very strong over there. And then also the matrix over there is a little bit lower as compared to ours. Saying that if you are able to project over there, everything that you imagine is proof is there. Everything that you think about, proof is there. So, and it also has its own metrics, its own challenges, as we do have our own challenges over here on Earth, or let me say, in this physical plane. The next thing, or the next plane is causal. The causal plane, this is higher than astral plane. And this plane is where the Akashic record is. When you say Akashic record, don't let it confuse you. It's a library. That library contains the records of everything in this, in creation, everything. Every single thing that happens over here is being recorded over there. How long you've been here as a soul on this planet is there. How many experiences you've already have is there. And they are very higher beings over there compared to the astral, because the frequencies and energy and vibration over there is higher. So the higher you go, the more it opens as well. And before I go on, let me use this example to kind of explain a little bit when we talk about frequencies, vibration, and energy. Let's use fan. We all know it's a fan that if you haven't seen the ceiling fan before, you've seen the ceiling fan, the standing fan. Fan, no one say, for instance, you will move 5 levels. Or the first one is very slow, so everything is slow. Let's take that as our physical plane. When you put it at 2, you're going to see that the way it's moving is little faster. Things are moving faster than the first one. Let's put our astral over there. And our causal, let's put it at 3. If you put it at number 3, you're going to see how fast it goes. So that is how the vibration and energy works. When we say the higher you go, or the more you move out in frequency, energy, and vibration, the more you get exposed to that those kind of planes. And as I said earlier, when you go to causal plane, they have their beings over there, and those beings, they are very enlightened. Very enlightened beings over there. It contains universes, galaxies, and subplanes as well over there. So it's huge, very, 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 very huge. And also, it has its own rules. And one thing is, all the planes, they all have the rules. As we have the cosmic rule over here on Earth, certain things that you don't have to do, certain things that you have to do, or you are free to do anything, but everything that you do, there's going to be an effect, either positive or negative. So it has its own rules, do's and don'ts over there as well. The next one that I'll talk about quickly, because we will need to leave some time for questions and answers, is mental plane. Mental plane is the next level, and this is where our universal mind is located. When we say universal mind, let me clarify this a little bit. There is a clear difference between brain and mind. The brain is like a receiver. The brain is like a receiver. Let me break it down a little bit. The mind is like a database. For instance, those who are familiar with computer, let me use it as an example. Every company has an information or a server built somewhere, like Amazon, like Google Cloud, and all those. They have their servers built somewhere. And our computers at our workplace or in our home, those who use VPN, or for instance, our phone, before we connected to Vodafone or whatever service we do have, there is a server somewhere that gives us the signal. So that server it serves as the mental plane. Let's use as an example. That server that has been built over there, because that contains all the information that you can think of in there. And if you are in your house, your phone or your computer, if you connect to that, if you receive information, I'm going to use your phone or your computer as the brain, the receiver. That's where you use it to receive the information. That is why this idea or this knowledge that we are sharing here, we are not the only one who is receiving it. Somebody else is also teaching the same thing. Somebody else also can tap into the same knowledge, because we are all taking it from one source. So that's the kind of little explanation, or let me say, if you will, long explanation for different for the difference between the mind and the brain. What is in our head is the brain, is the receiver. It's like our computers, our phones, and the signals, where the signal is coming from, where we catching that information, where we knowing the things that nobody has taught us. There are many things that nobody taught us, but we know them just like that. All those are coming from that mental plane, because there's a universal mind. And we have the same way we have universes, galaxies, and subplanes over there as well, that the energy is higher. So when I go back to my fan or my ceiling fan or standing fan analogy that I gave, that is going to be the number 4. If you put the fan at 4, you're going to see that it's going to move faster than 1, 2, or 3. And this, at this plane, this is where we have our most of our masters. They call them ascending masters. Most of them are there, like Krishna, Buddha, and the others. That's where they are. That's where they are located. They are very, very, very enlightened beings over there as well. They are very enlightened, way knowledgeable, way higher than those at the causal, astral, and Asiya physical. And the last but not the least that we'll talk about over here is our etheric plane. The etheric plane is also the last plane between creation and existence, or if you will, soul plane, where our soul comes from. And that over this, or at this plane, it also contains universes, galaxies, and subplanes. And this plane is interesting because it has borders. It contains, or it holds the border or the bridge between creation and existence. And it has its own beings, it has its own metrics. The beings over there are really, 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 really intelligent, enlightened, and very, 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 very knowledgeable. These beings, some people can get there, they are able, when they transcend, they can decide to come back and help, because they've already gone through all those metrics, and they can decide to come back. Not probably coming back in here to ours, but maybe they can come back here and help us. You can also go there and meet them. You can meet your masters over there. Masters can lead you over there. That is the etheric plane. And all these planes are being differentiated by, again, its frequencies, energy, and vibrations. All these planes have its own light and sounds. All this plane has its own beauty when it comes, because the more you go up, the more beautiful it is. Some of them have tall building. Some of them, like Astra, has a circle car or a circle kind of form that everything is within a circle. So yeah, there are differences when you're able to travel over there. Very, very, very enlightening beings. And our soul has the ability to explore all these planes that we are talking about, all these planes that we are teaching. We don't have to die before we are able to go there, because going back to what we were discussing earlier, the more knowledge you have, the more experiences you have over here, the more easier it is to be able to go through. For instance, if you go to a country or a town that you have never been before, you don't know the rules, you have never seen that town before, probability of breaking the rules is higher, way higher than somebody who has been there. Because if I have been there before and I have the experience and I know the rules, maybe not all, some of the rules, it's going to be tough for me to break those rules that I already know. But if you haven't been there before, you haven't experienced it before, you can never skip it. You can never know the rules. You never know. You haven't been there before. So probably about 99% you're going to break the rules. It's like somebody who hasn't drive before. If you have never drive before and you just started driving, you did not learn any of the rules. Stop sign, you don't know any other thing. Apart from traffic light, that is red, gold, green, there are other rules in driving. If you don't know, easy, you can be pulled by police at any time because you don't know. And the same way that they'll say that not knowing the rules doesn't mean you can just go unpunished when you break them. Most of the rules goes on the same way over there. As above, so below. So everything that is happening over there pretty much is happening here, but at a lower frequency and more metrics over here, because very slow as compared to those areas. I will leave it open for answers. I think we have about 25 minutes. Maybe we can go a little extra for questions. We have our teachers here. Almost all the teachers are here. Ita is here. And then we don't want to go deep, because when you guys get to the next level, or as we progress in these lessons, more of the things will start coming up. So this is just kind of introduction to those planes. Thank you very much. Disiga.
Thank you, our brother. Thank you, senior. Yɛda yɛn nua n'ase bebree, ɔde afa mu bebree, wama yɛhu the place of existence no, wama yɛhu the planes a yɛwɔ ɛwɔ creation yɛka abɔdeɛ mu, baabi a nipa tumi tenatena, baabi a abɔdeɛ tumi tenatena, ɛno na wabiebie so nnɛ ɛde akyerɛ yɛn no, wama yɛhu physical plane a mene wɔ wama yɛhu galaxies containing nneɛma ɛwom, ansana wobɛkɔ astra, ansana wobɛkɔ causa, mental, etheric, wama yɛhu those planes ni nyinaa mu nneɛma. So deɛ yɛn do no yɛ questions and answers. Ebia wɔ question bi bɛbusa about deɛ ɔkyerɛ yɛn anaasɛ nnora deɛ no biribi ɛfa yɛ adesua ho a yɛsua about the soul no ho no, wɔ question bi a wobɛtumi abusa saa mmerɛ yɛ aka bɛ 25 minutes no, yɛde ayɛ questions and answers. Sɛ deɛ wonte ase biara no wobɛtumi abusa. Ɛkwan da hɔ, woyɛ a na wapagya wo nsa. Okay,
I am Raphael. Yeah.
Raphael apagya ne nsa. Okay, I have allowed you, Raphael. Raphael, open your mic.
Hello.
Yeah.
But say okafa angels. You see angels no say plain them one.
Angels or multiplying them.
Mm, mm.
Okay. Okay. Masana kura mutim. I'm sorry. Teachers more around what Busha say angels or more plain beam. But said they be a yama time no and you wasting no. You can't angels are fine. Ubistrian in a more in advance no. But you can't angels are a man in your who say our body be a more water by a moody or mututuni near manema. A church no the critics and your money for it power any nneɛma a wobɛtumi de ayɛ so sɛ yɛka angels a yɛka saa beings wei na ɔbobɔ ɔmu din no nti ma no nyɛ wo sɛ angels ɛyɛ special anaasɛ ɔmo yɛ abɔdeɛ bi a ɔmo de ɔmo te planet bi so a ɛsɛdeɛ me ne mmienu te planet earth no Me- wade asɛ me ne mmienu te planet earth yi no ma no nyɛ wo sɛ bi a angels nko ara te baabi daabi ɛyɛ abɔdeɛ na ɛte haa no bi no ana asɔre no yɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ angels mepatwɔ ɛɛ wa mepatwɔ wa obusa question no microphone no na esi so nana
But
mepatwɔ dum no ne tie wa aha nti sɛdeɛ meka no sɛ yɛka sɛ angels a ma ne nyɛ wadwen sɛ yɛ no wɔ planet bi wɔ hɔnom a yɛwɔ angels bi te so ɔmo afufu ntaban daabi ɛyɛ beings ne ɔbobɔ ɔmo din no beings ne ɔbobɔ ɔmo din no ɔmo ara na church no name ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ dɛn angels because of omo higher state no because of omo vibration no omo nneɛma a omo yɛ no ɛnwanwa no ana omo tutu omo din sɛ omo yɛ angels nti na nyɛ probably sɛ yɛyɛ no abɔdeɛ bi anaasɛ planet bi wɔ wiem anaasɛ galaxy bi wɔ hɔnom a abɔdeɛ no wɔ hɔ no wɔ ntaban ɛne saa nneɛma no daabi ɛyɛ just a creation by the church no ana omo creative hey to no church ne creative saa nneɛma no nti Raphael sɛ wowa no yie no ayɛ yɛ nti ɛyɛ beings na ɛwɔ planet no so no because of sɛ ɔmo yɛ higher beings intelligent na ɔmo tumi transcend ɔmo consciousness sɛ nipa ɛfrɛ ɔmo a bɛtumi transcend ɔmo consciousness ɛde aba ha bɛyɛ biribi no ɛna ma ɔmo hu ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ so special so they name them angels ne adeade ɔnyɛ sɛ probably sɛ yɛwɔ galaxy bi wɔ hɔnom a abɔdeɛ bi te so ɔmo yɛ angels a ɔmo wɔ ntaban ɛne saa nneɛma no daabi ɛnyɛ saa na ɛteɛ nti yɛyɛ no bɛtumi anya beings bi a ɔmo wɔ astra a ɔmo yɛ intelligent a ɔmo bɛtumi atranscend na ɔmo aba ha bɛyɛ adeɛ no we can call them angels yeah wobɛtumi anya bi wɔ causa mental etheric ne adeade ɔmo yɛ beings abɔdeɛ te sɛ wɔ but because of sɛ ɔmo anya knowledge na ɔmo tumi transcend nti no ɛna ma ɔmo ba ha nom no nipa ma no hu ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ special then the church took that thing for its own power and its own manipulation, called them angels and so over and so over. Raphael, I think your question have been answered.
Sika, mame add something small na you move it to the
Okay.
next. Minia Bema. I think say there are this one what I'm saying goes to all the beginners, you know. From chose there are some questions be on na say bia ubisa na say ya ansa na say bia ye brabra so sharp pacho me ma obunfu because there are some questions bi on ma ansa na ide be ma on ubesua no e wo intermediate pacho so what you say ubesua no wo intermediate honum e na ubenya clear understanding ewo eniema na ye kire no anase bi a o question na obebisa no nti say ye ma wo efe ni say answer bi right now a mema wadwen mu nya untanta na say bi a wanti ase me pacho bomodian na wo beti ase teacher no answer na o de be ma no but ye kasi ye breaking it down a ama wati ase anhwe a wadwen mu be ye obebiri so ati ase nti no udu before I won't do intermediate no when you all the basic knowledge about whatever we are trying to let you people understand or make all of us know no from just what you say memma if anything men fan show trimu say you won kofuo bi omo sisuru honoma na we Michael na we Gabriel na hwan na omu nyina obi ani bebia Ubie no ma or nam so no ma on your water by with me too, no far, ubie and two for baby. Yeah, sorry no, omona, oma kreti adie no, mutrim. And remember, say, whatever you can imagine, no, a better reality. The obey imagine with Trimubian and a bay on mamma. Into would be she with Trimusa until say Obabeshia will be or what knowledge about that thing now. What create a man who know what church you must say, ni say, na didn't sit here. So what I say, Intino, mean Casabi, the person me saying, and say, there are some questions in the answer be one ma. You be breaking it down on a normal level. We am a what I say, in here, but the main explanation would do intermediate a honum and Albania the more advanced and also benya more breakdown for question now be bisa and answer answers no but that's it.
Epacho, another question be more.
But try set the moments as soon as you didn't ensure
Okay. Odi say utimi bi enku ade akasa why? Don't worry.
you, but the me busan say, Madam say, all the explanations are mama so far with regards to Okrano and the planes or Timmy Pajano home, Edu. Now, the me busan say,
Mhm.
dear na you be dear na who it's the same pembenso you dream. Dear ni a bit me a bit me a share or crown a soir, and someone ye king and I want to mean yet, but kind of in the sense me fano yantiasia ni a word baby a tremona. To
Mm.
say, Church, ye yisa de free agreement. But also near one church, be so or crown who to me goofing.
Mm.
I had in Kusiana, baby in the Majare, near the Nati or crown.
Mhm.
Eti ano yɛ nananom line woba asɔre so
Mhm.
a yesu mogya yɛde te kra no ho
Mhm.
ama nti no deɛ mebusa no sɛ biribi wɔ hɔ a nipadua no tumi yɛ sɛ bɔne bi abrabɔ bi a ɛbɛtumi ahyɛ ɔkra no ama deɛ yɛkɛi ɛbɛtumi ama ɔntumi nyɛ saa nneɛma no pakyɛ
Okay, teachers.
Okay.
Uh,
Teacher, sika obedi kan na say.
okay. Well, I mean, you can.
Eh.
Deɛ bɛtumi ahyɛ wɔ kra no ma deɛ yɛyi no ɔntumi nne ne ho yɛ asoɔden ne akwadworɔ. Nneɛma mmienu wei na to me no ɛbɛtumi ahyɛ wɔ kra no because yɛn bɛ introduce practice here yɛnte tameewu mfa mɛsɔw ɛna obiara mfa ne nsa mɛto so mmɔ mpaeɛ ma onya anointing. Yɛ introduce practice according to step by step by step by step. Nti deɛ ɛbɛma ɛbɛka wahyɛ ma so no ɔntumi awiki upon all the maybe the knowledge na wobɛnya no nyinaa no wobɛhu sɛ still now no wowɔ tie adeɛ no deɛ but wobɛhu sɛ so no ntumi awiki no ɛyɛ akwadworɔ ɛne bi a waso bɛyɛ den sɛ bi a asɛm no a yɛreka no wode ɔmfa nyɛ adwuma ɛdeɛ a apart from akwadworɔ no yɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ adeɛ wie a ɛyɛ practice aha no yɛ develop skills ɛyɛ ade pam ana wobɛsua nti wo tailor twitwa adeɛ ma wo sɛ pam na sɛ wɔ sɛ wo mpam a nya deɛ wobɛhu no ade pam no aha yɛnyɛ magic aha there's no magic we give knowledge na bible ka sɛ ɛyɛ power no ɛno ne yɛde ma wo nti sɛ yɛyɛ no de ma wo na sɛ yɛkyerɛ wo sɛ kɔyɛ practice ebia visualization anaasɛ concentration ne nya concentration na sɛ wɔ sɛ wonyɛ a ɛno na ɛbɛtumi aka so no ahyɛ a ɛma so no ɛnyane anaasɛ ɛma so no ɛnya weak anaasɛ ɛma no nkeka ne ho anaasɛ ɛma no connected to your brain no ɛma wonhu no kwan nti deɛ memɛka kakra yɛ nneɛma mmienu akwadworɔ ɛne ebi a sɛ wobɛyɛ asoɔden sɛ asɛm no a yɛreka no nyɛ nokorɛ yeah bim tisa
Your friend is a your friend is on say plans ya yɛreka ne ade no nyinaa no ɛyɛ ade a yɛyɛ dada unknowingly and unconsciously, let me put it that way, unconsciously yɛyɛ dada oda for instance astral realm oso daeɛ na wokɔ na obodi wei na ɛwɔ ha no wodeda hɔ ba wobɛtumi aso daeɛ na wo baabi foro na wokyele wodidi wonom ebi koraa wo all those stuff no ask yourself say which body and we use it. So we do them without knowing. sometimes ultimate tenancy din na who pay attention, who concentrate. Ultimate you are out of your body already. You're already somewhere. Sometimes we'll be glad to me bow, egg bolding, or boldings. I want to go. Just what bow, they pause. Hey. Now when you're bound, where were you? You're already gone. Was oh, have it different compensation be a different place. Because conversation be also, but now to the all those stuff, no, we do them without knowing. But now knowledge way, abana yehun sadie way, no. Then you realize, oh, okay, so this is what I was doing. Oh, this is what I was experiencing. Oh, so I said, yeah, it's a candidiano. Honestly, there is nobody who is super. Like I said on there, where one na on the bit we all can do it. Internet or this skills near the we develop here. So for us to be able to do things, you go for that without knowing. But now, no, we are doing it consciously. Kakra meet me akanon.
That's it. Bro.
Okay, pɛ sɛ mede kakra ka ho ma no.
Okay.
Okay, nti no ate sɛ me nua no kaa sɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛbɛtumi asi wo ho kwan a saa deɛ wei wontumi yɛ bi. Nti no deɛ mɛka kyerɛ no ne sɛ deɛ ɛbɛtumi asi wo ho kwan a wontumi nyɛ saa nneɛma no bi ɛyɛ sɛ wokuta negative energies. Ebi te sɛ wotan wo nua for no reason. Woyɛ yɛ aka basabasa obiara na ne na yɛ aka. Ɛna deɛ mpɛ sɛ mehyɛ ne sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ohu ne nua te sɛ ne ho because we are all souls. Souls no so no obi ni soro ɛna obi wɔ fam. Equal, the same. Yɛn nyinaa yɛwɔ platform yi so no yɛ the same. Obi nso ɔsen obi. Nti no wo nua as a reflection of wo because sɛ wodɔ wo nua a wonyɛ ne bɔne. Sɛnea Bible ne kaeɛ no wɔse do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Nti deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ wo nua nyɛ maa no yɛ the same thing yɛ dɛ ɛma ɔno. Nti no sɛ wobɛ saa negative energies wei nyinaa no making sure sɛ wobɛlowa no nyinaa mɛntan obi akayɔ basabasa no mɛnyɛ bi konsu no wane saa nneɛma no nyinaa no wɔn sɛ hesee no wode wo conscious no na ɛyɛ adwuma woyɛ ɔkra no nti saa nneɛma no nyinaa no wobɛyi afiri mu dɔ wo nua dɔ amanfoɔ dɔ obi biara a ɔbɛn wo biara no wɔn sɛ wobɛma ɔdɔ adi ka obi biara mu meda wase.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, brother Nick. Nti along the line, saa nneɛma wei nyinaa no wobɛsua yɛne bɛkyerɛ no nyinaa kwan bɛfa so a wobɛdevelop love ne saa nneɛma no nyinaa. Okay, obi apagya ne nsa. Kwan adepa mepa kyɛw Queen Mala wa Queen. Hello Queen. Me too microphone on the casa.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, madam.
Okay, into Uncle Felix, say wanna ubisa question no. On say nchache muna kosu bebre say yenye body weight. So say we your body weight a na ebeka say bia wudi enwa we yemu ya we ya. Say we mira uti pile something like that. But because yɛnyɛ body wei na yɛyɛ souls nti no hwee ni wa esi yɛ kwan wɔ kwan biara so yɛwɔ ho kwan sɛ yɛyɛ nneɛma a yɛyɛ nyinaa nti sɛ wobɛdware wɔ kra ma ɛho ate those kind of stuff ɛho nhia nti nea ehia ne sɛ sɛnea adikanfoɔ no adi kan aka no ɛyɛ sɛ wo make sure sɛ wobɛyɛ nea ɛbɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ no ɛyɛ practicing na wobɛyɛ. Na wɔmfa nyɛ akwadworɔ na wode anibere paa bɛyɛ ɛsiane sɛ so ɛyɛ the very powerful thing that has been existing. Nti ɛno ara ne sɛ yɛ practice no na biribiara bɛyɛ fine. Meda ase.
that's yen senior
The
Sika,
Sika,
yes
Sika,
sir.
the Sika,
Hello.
Sika me bow. One quick
Mhm.
thing. Say you know any besides say say answer question in the job back home. You know besides say mfanse bi say okọ Pentecost anaasɛ ɔkɔ asɔre mu a yɛsɛ yɛdi yesu ho na ne mogya ade akensi yɛn ho yesu mogya ade wa agye yɛn yɛkra nkwa ne ade ɔkra no
na
biribi
hope kwa no nanka me
ɔkra
ba
no
no.
me nua no ɔkra no biribi ani wɔ ebetumi ɔkra no ɔnhia cleansing ɔkra nhia cleansing biara so no ɔyɛ cleansed or cleaned by itself ɔno no ne biribiara nti ne minim ade koraa de bɛhoro no ayɛ sɛ sɛbi o yɛmfa asɛm wei yɛbɛto mpanimfoɔ sɛ yɛnhuhuru nsuo ho ɛdeɛ na ade bɛhohoro nsuo ho nsuo wohia nsuo na bi na ade ahohoro nti nsuo deɛ na yɛde hohoro nsuo ho na ɛyɛ for instance nti there is nothing we can really use to cleanse the okra is already clean kakra me de so me da ase
Please, can I come in?
Me ba che hwan Branik.
Debi
Isaac.
Isaac nyabotre oh me ba mcho mu
Oh,
nyabotre Sika control
any
one.
contribution, and yes, eh.
Brother nipa no
Eh,
kasa na mpesa mu no brother Isaac okay kasa.
okay.
So, I think back when I'm meeting that account here, the belief systems, which is very important. Your former belief systems will also prevent you from doing these practices.
Okay.
Because as much as you want to move forward, no, your belief systems will draw you back. Remember, as always, Dream Chaser has been saying, our belief systems have been with us from infancy till now. So clearing that one and getting a new one will not be easy. It will always come after you. As soon as you want to make progress, as soon as you want to make practices, your belief system will come back to you, and then you will be
That's
battling with your mind that this is not important, this is not like this, you've deviated from the right way. This will come always after you. So we need to do away with our belief systems. Ita keep on saying this, that we need to unlearn to relearn. We need to do away with our belief system so that we can learn new ideas, the right way to have our practices. Thank you.
That's what mean Isaac.
That was a senior student.
A friend say Sika
Yes
na
sir.
me kyerɛ ko na ka hɔ no ka me ba hɔ ba na me twa mu bi awie. Let me say yenua bema big flex or background of no ɔyɛ sɔfo. Say ye mu bi nim a ɔyɛ sɔfo nti no the question bi na obebisa no o take no from a friend is saying Christianity background or de bantino. Yeah, na sometimes say kakra, but I know say I believe say as time goes on, obe get away from all those Christianity will. Nti dem pese me share say in your my big flesh, but also what mean can shortcut be any side we ye so what I say shortcut in say the sika e kan you know woyɛ akwadworɔ a ɛmfa woyɛ mede matu ahyɛ da ade wei koraa wode ma mentwɛn kakra menya time a na mayɛ wobɛtutu hyɛ da bebree a trust me wobɛwɔ hanom saa wonhu ho ano wonhu hwee so ate aseɛ ɛna ɔkra no a woka sɛ ɛdeɛ bɛn ne ɛbɛyɛ because I think sɛ wobisa question bi first ɛyɛ similar as this one a wabisa sisi a no sɛ ɛdeɛ bɛn ne ɛbɛyɛ a yɛmfa ɛfi ne nkekaawa bi ɛnkɔka ɛfɛ ne sɛ ɔkra no amu no koraa woma mu mfa w'ani nhu no wonnim sɛ ɔyɛ black so ɔhyɛ white so ɔhyɛ yellow so ɔhyɛ wei nti wobɛyɛ dɛn na wayɛ ne fin how do you do wobɛyɛ dɛn na wode biribi akɔka no ama no ayɛ fin ne nyinaa yɛ ɛfɛ ne sɛn asɔre nkyerɛkyerɛ ɛne ɛsɛ wone ɛyi ɛfɛ ne sɛn wodidi wo nua atɛm a wogu ɔkra ne fi wobɔ adwaman a wobɔ ɔkra ne fi woyɛ si a woyɛ ne fi all these things like ɛnka ɔkra no ɛyɛ wo jacket wei na ɛhyɛ wo no saa body wei ɛna wo mmom na wo sɛ ne kwa sɛ wonom wie a ɛnka so no ɛnka ɛyi bia yɛ body no na wo sɛ no nneɛma na ɛwɔ wo body wei mu no ɛno mmom na wo sɛ no sɛ wo ɛfɛ ne sɛn wohwiri wo ho na do ho bɛwɔ fam a so no ɛnka no ɛnyɛ ne hwee kaa bɔɔl na wuwu a so no ɛnka no ɛyɛ honam wei no mmom na ɛna ɛbɛka because ɔno na ɔwɔ all these senses na obɛfeeli this pain obɛfeeli ɛfɛ ne sɛn obe feel all this kind of we no feel or feelings I think so no ni all on nothing can you knowledge you need knowledge so obabe conscious and be awakened and now we're gaining knowledge about all this entire universe and what is in the creation. So at us into eno ho adwuma na ye wanom ye nkube me kan kire say kokoto tami ewu ana kokoto if anything anointing oil bi na fa ku nsom dwale na kotiti adua we wo na fa na hohoro ye masu ye nye bibia wa hanom ye nji obi asika say ba be fa we ba na beji we ye nye sa bi wa ye nye no shortcut ye pure knowledge and ye dey ma wa hanom see say we are concentrated we are what we buy say adna we are we ma the crowd pa ube gaining no easy because adna ye one idea is part of you. It has always been you. Just say some small amani binti no and amani pen runtem. So what you say amani
Okay.
binti to the main kasa be see ka in the mic.
Yeah, agree. Meje me mic. Me da se pa. Enti sadia buchan for waka no. Ye yen brother. Esa okenka asem na wase. Mfiti ase na asem no wo hɔ. Na asem no ni Nyankopɔn na wo hɔ. Na asem no yi nyame. Ɔnam asɛm no so na ɔbɔ adeɛ nyinaa. Wankɔti asɛm no anyɛ biribia. Na asɛm no bɛyɛ honam. Ana asɛm no bɛnya honam. Asɛm no na yɛsoo no. Ana abɛnya honam a abɛyɛ wo. Nti wo na woyɛ asɛm. Nti asɛm no yɛ Onyankopɔn no ɔno wɔ hɔ mfiti aseɛ no. Pɛpɛɛpɛ. Tumi ahoɔden nimdie nyansa. Nti nkakra na wode bɛmfo du saa nneɛma no a ɔteɛ no nyinaa na atumi abam de ama wo. Nti saa deɛ no biribie ni hɔnom a ɛbɛtumi adum ne gya anaasɛ biribie ni hɔnom a ɛbɛtumi aka no. Yɛbɛka no na yɛka kyerɛ wɔ sɛ akwadworɔ ani ha anaasɛ bi a wobɛtaa wo nua because ɛyɛ Nyankopɔn nti wɔpɛ ɔdɔ. Wobɛdɔ, wobɛnya ahobraseɛ wɔdwoɔ ne saa nneɛma no nyinaa no ɛboa ma ɔtumi hanse because sɛdeɛ Onyankopɔn pɛ no ɛno ara na ɛte wo mu no. So no ara yɛ Nyankopɔn. Ɔno na wɔ hɔ mfiti aseɛ. Ɔno ara nso so ana wɔsan te wo mu no. Nti biribiara ni hɔ bi mu nipadua no deɛ ɛyɛ atade a so no de ahyɛ ɛbɛtena ase. Nti ɛyɛ saa mepaakyɛw mehu sɛ ne nsa mi Yankee Yasin, please I have allow you. Yankee Yasin. Yeah, mepaakyɛw kasa.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, now I'm maybe say a creation story, no, the whole Bible, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I say like and so oma castle.
Creation story there. Onyankopɔn tete fam na tie the boss ro ne asase.
For like in the beginning, the way like we were created, no. And I'm me.
Okay. Mama nyane short na yenko yetam no yaso.
Okay.
Was in the beginning God created heaven and earth. What you say? Eye ba baabi no makotwe abɛhyɛ ha. Ɛno deɛ ɛno asɛm no mo ka no hwɛ 6,000 years ago, but this universe no is more than billion years ago. The no 6,000 years, but in the beginning was right. Ɛwɔ baabi no makotwe abɛhyɛ ha. In the beginning no source was there, but they decided to create this material verse. And I say we are see we are nipa timitinam anasa abɔde timitinam nti hɔ na ebenya saa beginning the word beginning no ebe start here doesn't mean say hɔ na wiase nyinaa start here so me ba what am I say nti Bible mu de just 6,000 years in the beginning ho asɛm no mo kan here but that in the beginning was there before the omu ko twa firi baabi na de bɛhyɛ ha a obenya saa 6,000 years na Nyankopɔn bɛbɔ ɔsoro ne asase ndabi. Yes, and this universe and I say material we know ewo honum billion years ago. But not so no ho so rem no ho dada na yeni sa planes we no ho. Nti was started so bebo sa planes we no and yenya in the beginning. So in the beginning it has beginning and the end. Nti and the so plane no yeni beginning and your end. Souls are there since immemorial, since it doesn't get a time that souls is not exist. Souls are always exist. But souls who decide this or create these planes. No air, etheric, astra, mental, causa, and when you bring the word in the beginning, and no crown will be years. Trillions of years. So in the Bible, that narration of 6,000 years in the end, omuku free baby, and then the best. The pacho, emuda hoka crown.
Yeah, me okay.
Mr. Yankee. At
Me
ye
okay.
kwa ni muno.
Sika mmetumi abam kakra.
Okay, bre mami.
Sɛ yɛhwɛ all other religious institutions ne yɛba yɛn mu a yɛn various tribes, not just tribes ɛwɔ Ghana but all across Africa. Tribe biara wɔ ne creation story ɔka. Ɔmo nyinaa creation story no is just being based on the physical plane. Na sɛ yɛka creation a sɛnea ɛyɛ bra a taking yɛn through no ɛnyɛ physical plane nko ara na ɛka creation ho. Yɛwɔ all 4 other planes ɛka ho to make up creation. Nti sɛ yɛtete creation stories that is just based on the physical plane ɛsɛ yɛhu sɛ ɛyɛ incomplete. Kakra na mpɛ sɛ mede ka ho no.
That's pa madam. The pacho, Mr. Jansen. Mr. Question, muda hopa.
Sika mpacho em say eyi na eku e friend say Madam Florence me allow no but na wa yidi.
Okay. So beba dia omra.
Madam Florence pacho so timi kan o mute ho na kasa why.
Pamucho, good evening to everyone.
Good evening, madam.
Oh, yadamwase, ene munche pa na me pacho ye teacher no ya ade no. O ma yeti ase se ye wo rem bi wo ho a ye friend Akasha record a eno na we yes a wo bedi kura wa ha no. Eno bibia wo ho, everything is there. Enti me pese me bisa say eno na ye ana unsa ye ne aye free asori mu no eno na sa ho no eno na ye na asofo ne hwe etumi ka kire obi die ebesi ene obi kura timi ka days a odi bedi wa asase so nyina mpese me hu say ho na ye na adifo ne hwe e de kansam na na yo me da say.
Okay. Yes, sister, we say question teachers. Okay. Semini kanso omra.
Sika ready take lead in later e we jumping.
Okay.
Yeah. Oka prophecies ebinum timi hye nkom to ebinum so say ni say. Yeah. Asofo ni bi wo hono ma. Omoni some beings bi wo astra hono ma ye adwuma. Omoni beings bi wo asase so ye adwuma bi te say motia genies ene abosom no. Sa abosom no omote asase so ha. Motia no mote asase so but omo frequency no omo live no
Different
different from us.
dimension.
Omo dimension no ene omo frequency no different. Sa ahonhom no wo access to that astral plane no. Ana enam say ahanum na ye no wo no is everything is program no. Nti omutimi kohwe wo programming no na omo abeka say bia say ni besi wanim say ni besi wanim say ni besi wanim ada say bia obedin fie say no because everything has been programmed. We are like a movie, a script has been given to us. Ana ye no ye de ye no e ate wo so. Nti o director no timi hu sa ha no ye mistake ha no mese kwose ha no mese kwose. So those beings ekuta more power eche nipa because omo frequency no omo dimension no omo level no. It mean more that access to that astral no any all those planes very fast. Nti omo timi hu niema ewe ye nanim any niema ewe ye chi. It's like the same thing to us. Say so we sorry a na Bible ka say honhom bi ba na honhom no ba obeka mo ne ye hinta nyina no. Eho ne ye nada anye bibi na eba. Omo hu se bibi hye omu sorry a ebe ha adwene because owani kote agro no begu tie so otwem adwene kosi ba bi se bibi ba na wodi wawani ne wadwene nyinaa to biribi a ɛba so sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wonkɔhwehwɛ ade no ɛwɔ wo mu no ɛyɛ honhom na ɛwɔ wo mu na so no ɔsɔre a onim 3 million years ade ɛbɛsi nyinaa onim firi sɛ yɛhyɛ ade bɔ yɛ ase nneɛma atwam nyina wobɛtumi aka no nyinaa kyerɛ wo onim deɛ ɛbɛsi nɛ nti no the soul aspect no ɛyɛ powerful than that beings no that beings no has been ɔmo frequency no ɔmo ayi no ɛma ɔmo access ɛwɔ saa nneɛma wei ho nti sɔfo bi de ne ho kɔbɔ saa abɔdeɛ wei mu a no ano nso ɔmo ka gu n'asom na ɔno nso ɛka saa anaasɛ asɔfo no bi nso atumi adevelop wɔn ho to this a certain ayi no but still now no ɔmo de bu nkurɔfoɔ at the same time nti so obi de bɛka ho a sister abi.
Yeah, the sicker man for kakrankan on say yeah na na yedi them say me children na meka say obia nye special than obia some knowledge. When it comes to this knowledge, we are all co-equal. We are all co-equal. But knowledge, you know, na ebi wo bisini bi. It is how me fan say now saying me experience bi. Me ko adwuma, me ko do adwuma na me tena ase na me hear me briefing exercise 1 2 3 and I'm say I want to know what is going to happen here today. Me tena ase within a second na e twa na yebisi nyina ache me and everything happened verbatim, like exactly. It's the pe. That doesn't mean say I'm special than anybody who has this knowledge, who able to focus and able to pay attention. Any practices, yeah, and to be able to introduce and I say team ye be introduce to yenina ye hon. Ye be yenina and you know just say also for no any ebi otimi call ye and one kasa so you have the ability to do the same thing. And the idea ni na knowledge. So now so idea we say na ye na and one and to add to what Sika just said, a bit more how many entities need be aquine. They are allies. Into the entity need to me on in the year Juma, the entity no because of say almost higher. And when you say higher in terms of frequency, energy and vibration than the physical plane here was to and now so from what me at say now otimi all this knowledge now otimi community obetimi akọ now aba we need the intermediate but me fa bibi kakran ye wotim bi ewo ye mu a ye bibi ti say ye timi ehwe obi asem no but ma men kan sa say me hwe ye hwe wani din say ya and I who picture ye betimi ehu everything about you. Ewo ye platform is so. And you know there are more things coming. And to me nya abutere na eba. Why? Men people don't kra. Negasi.
Okay, sister abi.
I'm saying you know about my akanina.
Okay. Okay. That's it. I'm saying hun sa ba ko soro nsa na drop.
Hey, me pacha o. Me
Aha.
pacha we de. Quick one. Me pacha ye teacher kasa no ho. O
Aha.
ka bibi so say. Ye so no. Ehia bibi bia say ebia. Ye hia bibi a ye de cleanse so no. Ye hia all those things no. Ye ne a ye de yesu mo de adware. They say ye hu say the soul doesn't need all these things. Inti bia na me be join a group we enche to see an ma be hu this truth, but ebia me wo crystal bi da me nsa. Does it mean to say I should remove the crystal from my hand?
Okay.
We
Okay.
the
Sister abi.
seeker mami any quick man na
Okay.
na
Okay.
when you fast. If I say media about Flores. You see, as we are talking, in Yabema, if a teacher no kasano or catch we are all what we are dealing with, you know, so no, we keep on saying, and remember, say, so no is beyond everything. You understand? So no, like they can, the whole universe, ɛwɔ soul ni mu. Nti no, what can defeat the soul? When you gain all this knowledge, na say who activating na that crystal no if anything, just if I say who comedies be keke. But me pacho wo enjima no nsi bone me nka say kokoto crystal atwena na say yemu bia ni anoma o catch you say kokoto crystal atwena na say crystal no e be bibia ma fine, it's okay, but make sure say ube build this soul ni mu, because soul is beyond the crystal no can a limited so what you say a owadi be ya can't to say be a crystal say me ya not metia me na say me tun so na say me sense gu ho a na me no ma meti be ko fine ono ne crystal ne dia no waye no awie a limited to say obema wuti yare akọ, but so no is beyond, so no aka say timi healing ne ho ɔyɛ nneɛma a ɛkyɛn saa kristal na asefo ni nyinaa, ba sɛ wowɔ kristal na ɛda wo ho na wode yɛ wo nneɛma wonim ade korɔ ɛyɛ ma wo a fine. As time goes on, you will come and understand it yourself. Obia yenyina obie no no obetima ka kyerɛ us ana say menyɛ sure say it teacher ni bi wan mo bɛka kyerɛ say kokoto crystal atwene ana nipa kro to ma o waji usika edi ho a no, we don't do that. Yen say obia wa hanom na say yembo obia echi e wa hanom say wonim de crystal ne yema wa fine, keep it, but ye de ye bon ho de wura ni say usuo no is beyond everything and it can do things are untimi ebebo wadwen ne wonti ase so, but as time goes on the bit maka ne say obeti ne obehu the full topic and I say ade ayeye wa hanu ni nyina say complete you know what to do with your crystal or whatever it is. Me that's it.
Okay.
Let
That
me
was
have
it.
a
Me patch your bra, mama bi.
soul level knowledge now we want to share here no, for all of us to pick up and learn and grow. No? I hate to say in this modern age where you have a choice of using 2 stones to spark fire to cook, and then you also have another choice of using firewood. You have another choice of using charcoal. You have another choice of using the clay mold to cook. We have another choice of using the gas cooker, the electric cooker. We have hot plates, various options that are available. All of them, you can use them to cook. All of them has its own process you go through. Some a bit faster, others will take some time. In all of these, different levels of knowledge are you gaining from different platforms, various places are you seeing their one. When you pick things up from the soul level, all the other things we could easily do with the various forms of knowledge now again, can all be achieved easily with your knowledge of the soul and the abilities you have within you and what you can do. And to say Bible and I use different elements. There are various things you can do at the soul level that you can easily get that done without using any external element. Bibia you bet me use any external element bia dia no. Okra nankasa ebetimi ayama ne ho. Ni nyina gina say wenya san nimde no a obehu sene wa obeya ama ho a rely on any external element. I say me the best hana man quite trade.
Okay. Me nuaba. Mefa kakra bi nso de o maka no nyinaa so. Yɛde ka kyerɛ sɛ wɔkra no yɛ Onyankopɔn. Ɔkra no. Ɔsɛ ne mu na nkwa wɔ, na nkwa no ne wɔ nipa kan. Ne mu na nkwa wɔ, na nkwa no ne wɔ nipa kan. Yɛka soul level a, anaasɛ soul plane a ɛhɔ te sɛ po. Ana souls no nyinaa taa hɔ saa. Ne bi ate aba asase wei so. Nti nsuo na ɛwɔ po no, wode kaapo kɔtom na akɔsa bi kɔ Kumase a, ɛyɛ the same ɛpo nsuo na biribiara nte mfiri so. Nti ɔkra no ɛyɛ nyame, nti na Bible sɛ moyɛ nyame, mo nyinaa ɔsorosoro Nyankopɔn no ma ne mo. Ɔkra no mu na ofiri bae, nti woyɛ ɔkra. Saa ɔkra na ɛwɔ soro na ɛfrɛ no Onyankopɔn no. Na ɔkra no biara na ɛte wo mu, nti woyɛ Nyankopɔn. Onyankopɔn hia ayaresa mfiri baabiara. Ohia Krista, ohia biribiara a bɛtumi asa no yare, ɔyɛ nyame. Nti sɛ ɔno bɛhu no ho sɛ ɔyɛ nyame na wasa no ho yadeɛ no, ɛno nko ara na ohia. So you need the knowledge, knowing that you are a soul, and that soul is powerful than anything. So the Bible no kan no. Sɛ deɛ ti mu no, ɛso kyɛn na ɛwɔ wiase. ewiase ne deɛ ewiase ne ade a ɔbɔɔyɛ but soul no yɛamɔ ɛwɔ hɔ mfiti aseɛ ana yɛbɛbɔ owiase a yɛmfiti aseɛ nti no ɛdeɛ na ade bɛkɔmpɛ soul no biribiara ni hɔ ade bɛkɔmpɛ soul no yɛrekɔ yɛn anim no yɛ teacher bɛsan akyerɛ yɛn sɛ saa planes 5 no ɔbobɔ yɛn ne nyinaa wɔ yɛn nipadua yi mu nti nipadua no wɔ hɔ no wokuta 5 bodies at the same time wowɔ physical plane a wode te ha ana wowɔ t-shirt baako hyɛ aseɛ ɛno nso yɛ astral plane ana wowɔ singlet baako hyɛ aseɛ na wowɔ singlet kakra bi hyɛ aseɛ na wowɔ brazier nso bɔ aseɛ ne nyinaa yɛ saa planes no nti ɔmo kyerɛ saa nneɛma no zodiac sign hwanhwani mental hwanhwani crystals and all those no ɛyɛ ɔmo sua saa nipadua no mu baako a yɛfrɛ no astral body no ne ho nneɛma ebi ana yɛhwɛ saa crystal no nti wɔtwa mu wɔ astral body ana wokɔfa soul na ɔte saa bodies 5 ne nyinaa mu no na wode adi dwuma so you don't need sɛ nka wobaeɛ ne ɛyɛ astral projection a nka ɛbɛka ne nyinaa bi akyerɛ sɛ kɔkɔpɛ crystal kɔpɛ wei kɔpɛ wo zodiac sign omant wo hɔ ahɔni kɔpɛ ne nyinaa bi di wei mɛni wei wenam kɔwe mmere kɔwe wei but yɛnyɛ astral projection nti no yɛtwa ne nyinaa to go because soul no ɛyɛ powerful kyɛn saa bodies no saa bodies wei nyinaa yɛ abɔdeɛ ɛbɛwu by soul no ɛnwu nti yɛkyerɛw soul no ho adeɛ a yɛtwa saa nneɛma no nyinaa to go nti wodeɛ sɛdeɛ me nua dream chaser kan no nkɔto ntwene fa bɔɔ kɔn kakra ne fa bɔ life na bɛyɛ sɛ 2 months time no wankasa wode bɛba platform so na wabɛpɛ obi atɔn ama no why nti fa bɔɔ kɔn sɛ wo nsa nso a fa bɔɔ kakra ne fa bɔ life no wie
And into the BB Sado say, I'm a new member, and I didn't know all this.
Okay. Uni
That's
how
why
kura
I'm
ntudi
asking.
ntwentwenansa why ntwentwenansa
That's why
fa
I'm
bɔ
asking.
nsa kakra
That's why I'm asking. Say, if I have the crystal on my hand, should I remove it or I should
no
just
no
keep
no no
it
no
then?
don't remove it
Yeah.
Yesterday, Mommy
don't
Forest,
remove it
yesterday.
why
Would they keep you out
knowledge
there?
na nkasa be ebeyi na ma why ntudi
Time when
empere
you
ho
do
why
one man,
mane mo
Obi
kakra
can't
Hello.
you?
yes madam
Hello.
Yes,
Dream.
Maud. Yes, mommy. Minya bakasa yetonka.
Hello.
Minya bakasa yetonka.
Never come to me, Kata.
Pacho kasa yetonka.
Yo, inti. Bibi kitu bi amede kan say or say onyi ana mo onyi no. On some mo kasa mo ka bibi about belief systems. Inti o kwa be share about na pressa ni bi da na nsa but o mfa ne tumi bi an hye mu say no na ebe ye ne bibi ama no ebi o de life keke.
Okay.
So I didn't know your belief system. So they say, I have a tear here. Now, when you say, ain't me more. Now, that was also what they want because there are so many jewels, the crystals. Now, is there that so a general belief system? So, what will change your belief system? Say, and you're one of GDA shit. But it's just there, fine. But that was also a who by Anna. I'm going to say, one limit to so, so into me more. Nti
thank
and
you
said the minion can and it can be there, but ube change your belief system say and you're not never baby amount. You are so powerful, say ube to your one because you are so BB and Timinio.
That's it.
So
That's it.
kasa
Nice one.
that's
Nice one.
fa
Nice one.
that's
The secret.
Your
mame
friend say, the cigar.
yes
Pacho, mommy, 30 seconds back, and I may say, I'm saying, this is about.
Nana Mpacho. Nana Mpacho was already kasa makwina the pa and kasa
Ah,
di
okay, the
senior.
power. Okay, man,
And
sorry.
Uncle Baba
Okay.
kasa.
Nana, where the evidence is so I'm on hope. May can be big to every. Ade baako a ɛyɛ me dɛ paa ɛwɔ yɛ lecture ne knowledge a yɛyɛ acquire wɔ ha nyinaa ne sɛ wonam hɔ a you look simple hwee nhyɛ wo ho ɛsiane sɛ yɛnim sɛ and we believe and we have the ɛma wo mu yɛ duduudu honestly that's what I've experienced first no na nkawa bi ne ade a yɛhyehyɛ bi a wonam wokɔ baabi na wura efi a na baabi a wɔde no sɛ wosan w'akyi wosi fam na woba bɛfa w'ade ɛhyɛ because anyɛ saa a ɛnyɛ yie but say no honestly say yenam say menam I feel the confidence. And Sister Abigail, yeah, can't you show crying and say, this is your starting
Florence
point.
Abigail.
Hello.
Florence Queen Patrone
Okay.
Florence Abigail.
Me
That's it.
pache you, Sister Florence, me and my sister. And say no, who sua ade no ba. So nti you hu na sua na nea ebe kyerɛ say ye no, wo de ye wankasa wo bedi ho adanse. Say crystal or whatever or a pendant or whatever, you don't need any of those things. Nea ohia ne sɛ wobɛ concentrate ɛwɔ practice no so. Nea ɛbɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ na wayɛ time a ɛyɛ sɛ woba bɛsua adeɛ na wabɛsua. Fa ne te sɛ World Cup no and you'll be good to go. Me that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, Nana.
Yes, darling.
Nana do makono pese okasa. Onyankopon a wo use pendant.
Yeah. The figure. Emze time corner. This is about this question about Akashic record no. Now opese etie no na as a question no opese ohu say ehọ na asofo no kọ and san no matimi ehu amanfo nsem na kwana. Enye saa na tie.
Okay.
Obi a all knowledge, did na use masem no for example, them person me hu of medwuma. Obi a what this knowledge bi a betimi ehu die be si o future no aka acha. Obi a what this knowledge bi a betimi atena se ehu say na eyi die be si o future. Enti nye say sofu bi kwa Akashic record. Enye ho no call ye. And at the same time, so between so many entities, visual area quantity need data kind of. But some clarify on say that is not the case. Say software bia na prophet bia catch us say this and let us say Akashic record. Me that's
Okay. Akwasi aduchum. Ipacha wa udinu ye mpanyidi mudu mabono twi din pa facha me Mr. Akwasi aduchum. Pacha kasa.
Mama. She can pass so control time in idiot.
Time na there me mo 6 minutes aka ho atwi afa so sa ntino bende.
No problem.
Mr.
Patron,
Aduchum.
patron, munye fast am I?
Me too microphone no kasa.
Ebi ohun ha wo si nye no. Patron ohun ade friend saying blue bi na ewo o phone anim no.
Na me
Patron
pacha
mi ase
onokra obi ami no.
mimi hunu nti na mi ntimi enyi.
Em say ensana san lower fully fasting.
Okay, akwesi edutwum enye no amame allow no.
Okay.
Patron ma allow nti no bi o mic in the kasa.
On microphone so.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Mekyia obi a
Me na be my
obi a sɛ mama opportunity. We the question kakra bi na bibisa concern answers a mama no just recently now Matthias says soul no is from the source. The soul is from the source, but I just want to have a clarification. Maybe I so there. Yeah, clarification about the body. Where from the body? Does the biblical story of the creation of the body, is there any truth so far as the creation of the body is concerned? I just want to have a clarification because Mama there's a body idiot. It say coat be a share, life jacket be a share. See body what the source, I want to understand the body concept, Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. My memory say send your source no decided say obe creation. Creation a friend body. What you say? The creation of astral body, mental body, causal body, etheric body, and I say plane. O create self planes ni na we no create bia body bit me atena self plane ho. What you say? Nti we no system sa ayi ni nyina ne de ma every plane bia kwan a production be fa so be take place no. Na sa body no aform. What you say? And this body we ni de o ma me no papa. Ana air form sa body we no but creator no asade say we create say omo e de aduane air form sa body no. aduane no form all these 5 bodies together. Ammonia, physical body, ubenya astral body, ubenya causal body, etheric body. Wu free hanama, ubetima kotena astral. Any of us nipa na dane samai. Then ni peduare da ho. But onasa dane samai. O samai no ye astral body no. Eno netimi wura dan mu pie. Na bibia anka no. What you say because enye physical. Nti no.
Okay.
Eye creator no a designing these planes no. 5 planes no. On one designing plane bia ne body etimitinam. Ana ɔde ne nyina ɔcompress ne nyina hyɛ adeɛ baako nti ɛkwan production fast to take place ɛwɔ plane biara mu no saa kwan no a so na ɛfa so form all those 5 bodies together. Pacho some question no mu da hɔ kakra
We dey emu da hɔ pa so anti ase dey any agisi e bolo.
Emu da hɔ. Answer no mu da hɔ ɛnyɛ wɔ question. Answer na wɔ ma me.
Okay,
Nti answer
sorry.
no mu da hɔ.
Answer the emu da hɔ mi nua bɛ ma emu da hɔ de ka na on ma ke be bo ase.
Okay, me da sepa me
Ase ase
the last one kuma bibi.
Kuma ma allow no nti no o
Okay,
mute no.
bro, kasa only last person why.
Okay, bidansi pa. The friend me Kamuna.
Okay, Kamuna.
Yeah.
Me pacho me question is yen teacher ba kon kasa ka be some time maybe few minutes ago. Or can say enipa bia betimi akọ akachi record akọ get information na odi aba. We do some level bia. The ye me hu ni say am say me ti ase ni say utie it cannot be always or can say future is not exact. So see future is not exact, sir. Now, a teacher no so kase ubetumi akọ future na waba abeka che obi no pese mu kire me mu kakra.
Friend say sika ma menye ne quick na yenko.
Okay.
Kamanu friend say you see I think say na that time na make sana unya join and I see be na you were there but now we need time and we need possibility to talk. Now if entiasi ni na ni say na me can before no me say I'm me refi me but the fast forward let me go straight to where you now can. Now it say the future is a possibility. So what you say it's a possibility. That does it mean say ebetima ye ho ebetim so ba say enye ho. But also what you say ebetima ba say ebeye ho. And how say ebeye ho? That is when you don't have this kind of knowledge to do something about it. You say unu obi enya kasa. No, and I say so obi so what we any seekers me bodia again and I say when is that side out the also but when is it going to happen? It is going to happen in the future. It is time no can yes our time na I didn't happen. So at a bit take some time and sana Diana or bono a bit take effect on me or you. But how is it going to happen when you have this kind of knowledge now? Also, you can shield yourself with what? With that, with going into the future, no, to destroy. May can it destroy? Said but also shield. So what you say? Shield with this kind of knowledge now, one by changing the effect now. Nipano aka ato so no. Not necessarily say bibia enye 100% obet no pay but yemfa say maybe unai ne ebetwa unai ne yentwa unai no ehu betiti kakra so what you say betiti kakra mo say oh ade ni see you but and see how it was supposed to happen no so what you say in this case no na ho kakra bi na etwitwi ntia no de wo de insu eni ho ahwa esijana de mia ukuru ya any acha after some months be ebewu. But when you don't have this kind of knowledge to go about it now, that is how now what's now fine nipa na o kasa asem no unim if anything beings are what omo ateki ade no in control omo mom no eba be take ade no mama effect na aba be yo maybe they are all these if anything different beings now omo ni adwuma bia ya oya na abo mo pa no omo do mo ho agim apampam gye na de mu pebia no de aba be no and then e be take effect so what I say e be ye osisi a within a seconds omo be ma na ye honum sisi because ye different beings a omo nam honum kwa omo ni dwuma bi adi ene obi ka asembo ni bi a enye yi a no masom kididi ene na omo pre no ohun so what dem dem pese me kire no enti no say what say ita ka say future no is a of course it is a possibility you can still do something about it. So what I say, it in the future now, the BIA can say, will be called a catcher. Of course, we wait to Aqua G information to know what will happen in the future. But that doesn't mean say a completely and you try to complete such and or such easy. Of course, a bit messy, but if you know this kind of knowledge now, you too can do something about it. So the be effect in a be reducing, but in reducing zero cra bibi a basi still na a basi but a better crap for us ama effect in be reduce the bidi can kind say uti na say tia uti ni ente and any okon hu betwa na wanim e betwa ana any ebia wani be pai. So what I said that means we reduce the effect no. But I hope we say my making it clear and I say bia so be different explanations so bit media amount say the be ya obeti as
Dream. Hello,
Okay.
Dream.
yes more
Yeah.
but you
Dream. Yeah. Me pa sure. Dia me pesa me de ka ho ne se. Ya fa na se si me ya fa se me alcoholic na. Ya ko akashi record say by 20 years time, ba menya ya rebi na mada. Since future a possibility nti. Now depending on what I'm always going to do now. Always the future depends on the nowness. And until no say me nya knowledge be say ya. Then what will I do? Then, and I'm saying depending on now, then I have to stop drinking. When I stop drinking, it will change that timeline. Into best my basa se mi jaya, and then money mi jaya. At the end, I say, when you are by 20 years time, it will not come true. That doesn't mean that you can no crew. So me continue ya so then and no more. Ya rena you can say bomb never baba bomb. But say me
simple
jaya, and I'm saying, no, it depends on what is going on now. No, it can change in the timeline between we change it. Now you're in a moment. So that's what I will also add to it. Thank
simple
you.
Okay, thank you. Maame sɛ wakakra bi a mede ka ho no yɛ future is not exact but possibility. Yes, the possibility is there is ɛwɔ sɛ meyɛ president but mamɔ me ho mmɔden me sɛ menkɔyɛ campaign menkɔyɛ biribiaa president no ɛmmam but yɛaka sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ meyɛ president bɛyɛ maanyɛ ho biribiaa ɛdi me mmam wote aseɛ ɛwɔ sɛ Bawumia Nana Akufo-Addo sɛ ɔnyɛ president wammɔ ne ho mmɔden ne wanyɛ campaign ne wanyɛ nneɛma bi a obi bɛtumi asesa no because we are in the creation no things are not exact as it is ahemfo kyiniiɛ no bi deda bi akyi nti ebi a bean bi wɔ astra ana ɔpɛ sɛ ɔboa ma ɔyɛ saa president na bean bi nso bɛfiri cause a abɛbu ne kɔn mu ama ɔ president no ɛma so that is where future is not exact no ɛbɛm but possibilities na wɔn ni sɛ yɛ biribi nti no ɔsɔfo no akɔhu sɛ ewuo bi da wo w'anim obɛtumi ama wo akwankyerɛ because ɔbɛgo on the timeline no akɔhu sɛ dasei 23rd November 2025 wobɛtu kwan ba akɔfa car number so nso kwan so bɛnya accident wanya hu time no timeline na adeɛ no bi si no ana wama wo saa de nti no nso ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ saa da no mentu kwan then the future is not possibilities no has come to pass nke wom sɛ onya accident but ɔno atumi akɔhu timeline no deɛ bɛma adeɛ no si no nti ɔkese 25th no into kwan then he break that line what you say it doesn't mean say against you but obi timi call ahead no timi ko yiye ni nti no obi timi yi that is the future is not exact because obi betimi aye ho bibi obi betimi tampa obi betimi so afofele nti wo anya knowledge na wo tena ho no ma it will come to pass as it was written me pa cho say muda ho for now
Oh yeah, clear. That's it.
yeah that was
Thank you.
anuanom your time no apa ho almost
30 minutes
37 minutes ya adeɛ paa teachers bi mu wɔ aburokyire tena yɛbɛkɔ adwuma anadwo nso mo ho dɔ nti yɛ risky sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛtumi anya saa knowledge wei yɛtumi liberty yɛn ho from the mental slave yɛtumi hu sɛ ne wiase si teɛ ne abɔ yɛn bra na yɛtumi nso de han aba yɛ abusua mu mɔɔ na ade wei ɛkɔ mete wote wode ma ɔma de ma ɔmoma no na asase wei no yɛ liberty sum a ɛwɔ asase no so na ama han aba asase no so ɛno nti na yɛ risk yɛn time ne yɛn biribiara sɛ yɛn no bɛyɛ saa adwuma wei no nti ɛnɛ dwumadie no yɛde bɛsi ha nyame boa a monkae ho sɛ mo time no ɛyɛ Saturdays and Sundays biara no yɛ beginners class 6 o'clock to 7:30 ɛyɛ ne mbi no mu busa beginners class bɛba so ne ade mohyia mo namfofoɔ no bia no mabɔ mo amanneɛ Saturdays and Sunday 6 o'clock to 7:30 Ghana time ne yɛhyia nti ne lesson no aha ane yɛde bɛsi yɛyɛ ntikya adomako ɔbɔ adeɛ nka ho paa na nimdeɛ sononko a ɔde ma wo a wode abrɛ yɛ nti Dimchisa
Yes,
biribi
Papa.
kakra wɔ hɔ a wobɛka kyerɛ adɔfoɔ no ne anuanom no
Me de meka kyerɛ ɔmo ɛyɛ nyinaa ne sɛ ɔmo ya na ɔmo ba di a mebisa boss mpakyɛw time ɛnɛ die wɔ ho ahwan class anaa ɛno ana sika aka no ɛsrɛ mu a yɛde information no ɛto group ni mu a yɛ a mo make sure sɛ mo bɛ ready na wɔhu time a yɛde bɛ start any days na yɛde yɛ no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a nso bɛtumi ajoin na wɔ because wokɔtie recording na it's not the same as sɛ woba ne life wɔ ha na watie na ɛno mmom no boa wo mɔ wotumi bisa wo question but sɛ wokɔtie audio na audio no wontumi bisa question even wobisa mpo koraa na yɛ wo nko ara na wobisa yɛba bɛ reply but ɛnyɛ feeling sɛ deɛ wobisa ne life wɔ hanom no so ate ase nti mesrɛ mu a ɛyɛ a mo make sure na mommra mmɔ because most of the people na most of nyinaa yɛ intermediate ne yɛbɛboa yɛba ne yɛbɛboa but ɛba saa no so a ntwa yie yɛpɛ more of beginners no na mombisa question memfɛre so ate aseɛ memfɛre because so na wɔte mu no ɔnyɛ obi ɔfɛre adeɛ bisa question adeɛ bi ha wadwe biara no woka na wo team pokora na ye teachers wɔ ha yɛ mu bi ɔmo nso ɛwɔ nimdeɛ about almost everything etini bisa wasɛm yɛ obibisa na ebetumi bi obi pono nso de ama no so ate ase nti no memfɛre put yourself together and gather courage na ubusa asɛm bi a wopɛ sɛ ubisa bia obi a me engage nka sɛ asɛm a ubusa deɛ ɛyɛ nkwala question anaasɛ bia biribisa yɛ engage obi a wɔ hanom sɛ woyɛ me ɛna me so meyɛ wo menyɛ more than you so ate aseɛ menni bibi special bia ɛwɔ me ho a ɛkyerɛ sɛ mewɔ m'anim kyɛn wo menni bibi nyinaa yɛ pɛ meyɛ wo nua nso so yɛ me nua so ate ase mesrɛ mu a yɛ a mo make sure na yɛ mommra in time sɛ de bɛyɛ a because 1 hour 30 minutes ɛdɔɔso but ɛhyɛ da nnɔɔso biara saa woba ntɛm a yɛyɛ biribiara ntɛntɛntɛntɛm ne obiara te ne ho ase na yɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ ne ɛba saa no a ɛma w'ani ka hanom mmɔ so ate aseɛ then the last thing a mede ka ho mesrɛ wo ade wei a yɛyɛ wɔ hanom anaa group wei ɛyɛ baako pɛ bi ne baabi abiem mɛma obi nkɔnkɔbu nka kyerɛw sɛ fa sika bra na menkyerɛw saa adeɛ wei ita ne ho ahwan na sɛ fa ɔmo gyigyi sika sɛ momfa sika ma ne mpato yɛnyɛ saa wɔ hanom obiara ngye obiara sika ɛnwe nka sɛ yɛkɔtɔ wei de aba abɛdwale wɔ na yɛkɔtɔ ɛyi wei ne fa yi wei yɛnyɛ saa wɔ hanom yɛngye obiara sika yɛn ayɛ daagye ɛne data ɛne yɛakɔfa ɛna nso so de odi aba ɛne yɛde kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn ho adeɛ so ate aseɛ nti mmɛma obiara nkɔkɔbu ɛwɔ abɔnten sɛ fa sika bra na menyɛ wei ma wo ita si yesi na ne fa sika wei bra mepatro ita ɔnyɛ saa na ɔteɛ ɛnyɛ saa na ɔde kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn no a yɛde kɔduru intermediate hɔnom nti yɛsrɛ mu but deɛ paa ne sɛ at the end of this knowledge no wobɛtumi akɔ akɔgyina abɔnten hɔnom na wodi edimpa ama nipa no a ɔkyerɛɛ wo no so ate aseɛ wabɔ ne dimpa na nso so de knowledge no nso ama obi na obi so di ama obi na obi so di ama obi nkakra black people yɛbɛde yɛ ho so ate aseɛ yɛba abɛte nneɛma ase yɛba abɛhu nneɛma a na ɔsɛ ka ɔmo kyerɛ yɛn nkwala abirim a ɔmo ankyerɛ yɛn abɛpem sɛ saa abiri a yɛbere a yɛyɛ ti hanom anwummere saa abiri anka ɔnam na woyi wadwa bi pokora anka ɛbɛboa wo but yɛsi hanom ɛne yɛkasa bebree ɛde bɛntia sɛ mmienu yie die mu nti ɛne ɛte hanom a yɛkasa bebree no ɛnyɛ sɛ bɛ yɛho na ɛte yɛn anaasɛ yɛni biribiara yɛ nti ne ɛte hanom nti yɛsrɛ mu a put yourself in this thing that you are doing no because me nyɛ ma wo ɛna wo sɛ ɔnyɛ ma me ɛyɛ individual thing yɛ deɛ ɛba abɛka wo but the rest no is all ne nyɛ depende wɔ wo a wɔ hɔ sɛ wobɛfa sɛ wo
Erase,
ɛho
bro.
wo a
Erase, pa. Ita,
so
I'm saying, so be a microphone na umano enti woni. Your microphone na umano enti woni kakra. Ewo so nkwa unye busy o baby adia. Ita, anasa just me allow no. Wankasa ubeti be. Ita,
Okay. Yeah. If you come, I'm here. So I
can
think
be
so, yeah.
bitre for boys no
My
guys.
oh yeah. I think everything is fine. My justice to the topics here. Maniaji. We'll be doing the practices on some of the practices, the beginner practices, so that some of you will start doing some one or two practices as we move on. But yeah, the best next week, then we can introduce some of the practice for us to do. Just normal beginner practices. Yeah. So send a kind of this here. Said Obi and Jobiska, there's no the idea. The purpose is to teach you, help you, realize yourself, and then you to go out there as your own entity. But I find the same format, you know. I don't know so say be a fan or just also represent it and the amount for to to help others to wake up. No so the amount for ashes how also the amount for no so almost also they are called my amount for and I think say yeah say nipa 5 can nipa 5 need to nipa 5 nipa 5 and also to nipa 5 I think we can multiply the number of people or the number of awakening we can get here on this planet now so that is the mission, is to help raise the vibration and help wake the planet up. Yes, I can't we beat me. I don't know. If they eat me, you need to keep you anyway. But I can't beat me. It's whatever the knowledge we are acquiring, and then we too can give it to other people. We understand Ghana for the idea into and most of you, papa, because some of us have been programmed. You the Sikan, and knowledge is for few people, and then also brands and when all these ideas and all these programs. I'm not to amount for trims and omit me more, all right? It's a whole we can do this car. We buy now in this car. Oh, I'm a cover idea could throw this car where are they cry or could use car. Whatever we are learning here no, it's even more better than the Okochi who's can. So it's not because of saying to me, because saying to me in this car, or you don't want you to have the idea to say you're unimportant, because people have that mentality. Say, "Adibia, you're free piano." I say, yeah, I'm just shit. Things you're free piano. Instead of your papa be or that kind of idea. The program I'm for job and for security. So I think as time goes on, you all understand the whole thing, the purpose and the programming. We try to view some of them for us. Maybe any better because most of the normal market change is just an idea. I think your market train and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, that is what I have to say. And then just open yourself up. Just have an open minded. And when you me, I'm not a special see, come on, special people, then we are all special, we are all powerful, we all have it this already. Okay. So we want to break that limit of someone for putting themselves higher and making people think that they don't deserve this sort of knowledge. But in real fact, we all have it. We are all a right. It's everybody. But mukakra na amanfo benya no eno ne asem no because kwasem tsa na agrago to bo use kakra no mo no de age amanfo sikedi where they can teach them so boss we ade amizu me hu pa ozu betime hu bi na nka life will move on but mbe so mbe boss Now then you always come to Omonase, and then they will be charging you, you know, making a living out of you and all this stuff. Where are they much you know? So, but anyway, just a little, but I want to add it up.
That's
So
it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's it. That is your main teacher, Itanai Duni. And Okasa and was saying, crying, said, yeah, you know, be on your special than anybody. Inside me, no, and some so 5 in 2 so. We are so nipaduane de container nti so no person ma hu se so no nyankopon no timi ade nyinaa ye nti se wo so na wo kasa nko ade obetimi aye bi timi wani se obetimi aye so ye da mase na nwumre yin so se mo ba se mo hwehwe nim de o se wo hwehwe a obehu obusa wo de be ma oboma ebebie eyampa mo hwehwe efre chi na mo behu platform we na no krese moma koma beto mo ye mewa ha because aha no only the knowledge, nothing else, nothing else. The knowledge, pure knowledge, the knowledge of the self consciousness, the knowledge of the God energy. Ana ye no deliver no ha. Bini babia the whole Ghana. Ti wa so waba tenase. Emi an hu se obesua ye kire wono. Nti ene ye de mbesi ha nyame boa Saturday, Sunday, ebesan ehia. Esre nia ode saa planes we nyinaa sensen hɔ sɛ nipa ɔkra metenam na onya experience no yɛsrɛ wɔ no ara sɛ yɛ na bom na yɛ no abusa na yɛahwehwɛ na yɛabɛpie ha a yɛsua adeɛ nti womie yɛadwene mu yɛakoma mu yɛnte aseɛ mu yɛnhunu mu yɛnyansa mu ma deɛ yɛyɛ no yɛntimi nyɛ sane sɛ ɔse ɔno ɔyɛ nyansafo ɔyɛ nimdefo yɛanhwehwɛ no a ɔbɛpo yɛ ne yɛ n'asefoɔ nti mmerɛ a yɛhwehwɛ no ɔma yɛnhu no akwanduasa nyinaa mu ɔbɔ adeɛ no ɔnka yɛ nyinaa ho bye bye.
yeah. And then I think that we all know it is affirmation plus, and yet Bible, as people will say.
Yeah, a prayer koraa ɔmo nkɔbɔ bi.
Bana obi busa se ne nkupo ho bɔ mpaeɛ ana.
President prayers, right? It is
Yɛ bɔ
affirmation.
mpaebɔ wɔ ɛwɛ nyɛ mpaebɔ yɛsrɛ mu a.
No,
A
or
affirmation ɛna
affirmations to
meka yɛ
ourselves.
no.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
It is just,
ɛne
yeah. So